In the heart of Japan's forests, when the world falls silent and even the wind dares not whisper, there is one sound that pierces the night, the cry of the owl. To some, it's a blessing, a voice of protection that keeps evil at bay. To others, it's a warning, a sign that death has drawn near. Few creatures in Japanese folklore carry such contradiction, both feared and adored, both lucky and cursed. The owl, or as the Japanese call it, fukurou. Japan has long been a land where the spiritual and the natural intertwine. Every tree, every river, every bird carries a spirit, a kami, and among these creatures the owl stands apart. In one breath, it is a symbol of wisdom, fortune, and long life. In the next, it becomes a dark omen, a messenger from the other side. How can one creature be both savior and shadow? Why would the same wings that bless the living also warn of the dead? Tonight, we travel into Japan's myths and memories to uncover why the Japanese believe the owl brings both luck and death. The story begins centuries ago, in the age of the ancient Shinto shrines, when Japan's world was still half spirit, half human. The owl was seen as a sacred guardian of the forest, a creature who could see what men could not. In the Shinto faith, owls were believed to guide lost souls through darkness, lighting their way between the worlds. Because owls could hunt in complete silence, people thought they had divine powers, hearing and seeing beyond mortal reach. And soon, they became associated with fuku, the Japanese word for good fortune. In fact, the word fukurou, meaning owl, sounds almost identical to fukugakuru. Fortune comes. So the owl became a charm of luck, a creature of protection. Merchants kept owl charms in their shops to invite wealth. Families hung owl figures at their doors to ward off misfortune. But language is a double-edged sword. The same word fukurou can also be written differently, as buku lao, meaning no hardship. To some, this meant the owl brought an easy life. To others, it meant the owl ended hardship, through death. As centuries passed, Buddhist beliefs layered over Shinto traditions. In Buddhist temples, owls were sometimes seen as watchers of karma, silent witnesses to the soul's balance between life and afterlife. And from there, their image began to shift. Because what sees everything also sees what should remain unseen. And that's where fear took root. In the Edo period, when superstition ruled the countryside, people spoke of a mysterious bird that called before someone died. Its cry wasn't the soft hoot of a forest guardian, but a shrill, haunting sound, echoing through villages at night. They called it the death owl. In rural Japan, old families told stories of the mimizuku, a horned owl said to appear at the windows of the dying. It would tap softly, once, twice, before flying off into the dark. And by dawn, someone in the home would be gone. In mountain villages, the elderly believed the owl could carry souls to the next life, guiding them gently away from pain. But others feared it was a thief of life, a hunter of spirits not yet ready to depart. One tale from the Nara region tells of a samurai who defied this omen. After hearing an owl cry outside his home 3 nights in a row, he shot an arrow into the darkness and struck something. When dawn came, they found no bird. Only the shadow of wings burned into the wall. The samurai died that same night, and so the owl became both protector and punisher, a creature that could save or condemn, depending on who heard its call. In Japanese art, this duality was beautifully captured. Woodblock prints showed owls with wide, golden eyes, perched beside temples and graves alike, their gaze calm, yet unblinking, their wings still, yet full of meaning. The owl became a bridge between the seen and unseen, between the beauty of life and the certainty of death. But not all stories end in darkness. As Japan modernized, the owl transformed once again, from feared omen to lucky charm. By the 20th century, a new generation began to reinterpret its meaning. Shops began selling owl figurines for good fortune. Tourists visited owl cafes, where the bird became a symbol of calm and comfort. And the word fukurou took on yet another meaning: a creature that wards off suffering. To this day, Japanese students carry small owl charms during exams. Business owners display owl statues for prosperity, and families hang owl talismans by their doors, believing they will protect the family from misfortune. Yet even with all this positivity, the shadow remains. Some still whisper that hearing an owl's cry at midnight means a spirit is near, or that if one lands on your rooftop, it comes for a soul inside. This paradox, of luck and death intertwined, mirrors Japan itself, A culture that embraces light and shadow, beauty and impermanence. The owl, in this way, became a symbol of life's balance. It teaches that fortune and loss are never separate. They walk side by side, under the same moon. In modern Japan, the owl is everywhere, on keychains, shrines, and art. To children, it's cute and wise. To elders, it's sacred and silent. But to those who still walk the old paths through misty forests and forgotten shrines, the owl remains something more. It is the watcher in the trees, the whisper in the night, a voice that carries messages from both worlds. And maybe that's why the Japanese never fully let go of their fear, because deep down, they know that even luck has a shadow, that even blessings can come with a price. So when you hear an owl cry somewhere in the distance, remember, in Japan, it might mean fortune is on its way, or that something else is. And maybe the owl still watches from the shadows.